Second and 7, ball on the 33. Back to drop is for Napa. Looks right, now looks left. Going to go downfield, and that ball's going to be intercepted! It's intercepted by the Temple Owls! And that is Stephaun Marshall, who makes a game-changing play. Temple 20, UMass 17. The Owls get the ball back with 2:59 to go. Oh, my!
You're listening to The Main Event with Zach Gelb and Mike Zahn on WHIP.
Welcome back, everybody. Zach Gelb here with you. 11:40 is the time in the WHIP studios, flying solo today. And Stephaun Marshall had a big game for the Temple Owls in a 25-23 victory this past Saturday at Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts. Had an interception, but that wasn't his biggest play of the game. The biggest was a block kick by Praise Martin Aguique, picked up by Stephaun Marshall. Stephaun lateraled it to Will Hayes, and Hayes took it to the house for 2 points. And that eventually set up the Owls to go on a long drive that had the game-winning field goal to Austin Jones, and your Temple Owls are 3-0. So let's head over to Edberg Olson Hall right now and welcome in Stephaun Marshall, who joins us right now. Stephaun, Zach Gelb here on Temple's campus. Thanks for a few minutes. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Well, I'm doing great, and thank you for coming on. So that was one of the most exciting football games that I've ever seen. Take me through that block PAT when you picked it up and lateraled it to Will Hayes. What was going through your mind?
Oh, man. In the beginning of the play, I was like, a block would be big right now. And then the play started. I seen the ball on the ground. I tried to pick it up and score myself, but I was about to be tackled. And Will Hayes, he was behind me, and I just heard him yell my name. He said, Marshall, Marshall. I knew he was behind me, so I just lateraled it to him, and he took it all the way.
And there was also an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on that play after it, and that put you guys in good field position for your offense. But
Right.
You played a lot of football in your life. You've been playing it all your life. Was that the craziest game you ever played in? Because I still can't believe you guys won the game after Jamal Wilson scored that touchdown.
By far, that was the craziest game I've ever been. Most fun, too. It was a great experience, a great team win, and it was awesome for the whole 60 minutes.
What does that say about your football team, that they never quit and what a traditional play of an extra point, which everyone thinks would be so easy, you guys make a block and get 2 points out of it? What does that say about your football team?
It just says we take special teams very seriously here. You know, we consider special teams a third of the game, and, you know, we go hard at it in practice. We compete at it in practice, and it's just not a playoff for us.
Now, I was told Ed Foley is the swag coach. He's the guy that gets everyone hyped, and Ed was on the show this past week on Thursday. And after the games, he's singing High Hopes in the locker room. We see all the videos. What was the scene like in that locker room following a win like that?
Oh, man, the High Hope song is always great, but after that game, it was, I don't know, it just felt even better, especially coming from that close to the game and pulling that one off as a team. It felt amazing.
Now, I know you guys don't look at the spread. You guys were listed as a 10.5-point favorite, as you guys should have been, coming off big wins up against Penn State and Cincinnati. Many people thought you guys were going to take care of UMass pretty easily, and that wasn't the case, as it only was a 2-point victory. Did UMass surprise you, or did you know going into the game that it was going to be a dogfight?
We go into every game expecting a dogfight. You know, they got guys on scholarships with aspirations to go to the league, just like we do, and they work just like we do, so we don't take our opponents lightly. And just like you've seen, at any given game, you never know what's going to happen.
And there's 3 phases to a football game, and especially a win: offense, defense, and special teams. And that's been the biggest difference for me from last year to this year, has been the play of the special teams. We saw the power of special teams in that Cincinnati game when you guys had that onside kick, and also Jahad Thomas took a kickoff return to start off that second half. And then obviously on Saturday, the special teams was on point with Austin Jones leading the way and that block PAT. What's been the biggest difference, though, from last year to this year with the special teams unit?
Last year and this year, we've taken special teams seriously. But I would say the difference is this year, I would say, is more competition. You know, we got people fighting over who's going to be in the starting kickoff return. Like, everybody wants a part of it. And I think that makes us better because, you know, we all want to do our best in special teams because just like you've seen, the last few games, special teams can win games.
We're talking to Stephaun Marshall from the Temple football team. Temple's 3-0, and you guys are on a bye week. What's the feel of this team as you guys are 3-0 in this bye week and still working at it?
This bye week, we're working hard. Through every week, there's always problems that need to be fixed. And this week right here, we're focusing on these problems and getting right.
And week one, and I think one of those problems that you're alluding to is I feel like Temple needs to get more pressure on the quarterback because week one, you guys were all over the place. You changed Christian Hackenberg's name to Christian Sackenberg when you had 10 sacks. And then following that, you've only had 2 more sacks. Now, that's 4th in the nation, but I know you guys want more than just those 2 sacks ever since the Penn State game. So how does that defensive unit of yours get a better rush on the quarterback as you guys get ready for Charlotte?
I think we just need to continue to do our job. The front 7, sometimes, it might not seem like we're not getting to the quarterback or we're giving up big plays or something, but it really comes back down just to doing what we're coached to do.
And we know that linebacker unit of yours is led by Tyler Medikevich, and you played with Tyler for some time. What's that experience playing with Tyler Medikevich, and how much does the competitor that he is motivates everyone on that defense to just play better?
Oh, yeah, playing with Tyler is great, man. He flies around. He's always around the ball. And when Tyler's on the field, you have to play your best because if you're a step too late, he's going to be on the tackle. So everybody's racing some tackles.
One thing I've realized when going to your practices is you guys talk a whole lot of the defensive side of the ball. You guys are always really hard on each other. Is that just something that you've noticed, another difference from last year to this year, that guys are just more hungry, and that's why you're seeing more success on this football team?
Yeah, definitely. Guys are definitely hungry on this team. And when you come to our practice, we're talking. That just goes to our coaching. Our defense is extremely detailed, and there's so many checks and things we have to look for. And that's just a part of the Temple defense.
And also, you have one of those tough guy numbers. You had it for 2 years in a row at number 6. Just what does that mean to have one of those tough guys numbers and be recognized as one of the toughest workers on the Temple football team?
It's an honor. I feel honored that my team voted me to the single digits. It just goes to show how hard work and dedication can work out for you.
Now, before we let you run, as we're talking to Stephaun Marshall from the Temple football team, as Temple is in a bye week, and then they'll get set to play Charlotte. That offense still had to go out there and capitalize as you guys were down and put them in a good position. And last year, they weren't able to capitalize as the defense really carried this team. But that had to be fun for you guys to watch, finally to see P.J. Walker, John Christopher to come through and get that win on Saturday. Just when you're watching P.J. Orchestrate that drive, what's going through your mind?
When we got the ball back to the offense, I had complete confidence in PJ in the offense. I knew he was going to lead us down the field, and it felt so good to actually see him do it. He does it all the time in practice, and then just to see him take leadership and own the game in the moment, it was great.
You guys mentioned taking it one game at a time. Expectations are high here at Temple University. I don't know if you know that, but you guys are 3-0 on the year. A lot of people, including myself, are penciling you in to be undefeated going into that Notre Dame game. College Game Day keeps on referencing the Temple football team. How do you guys just stay focused and focus in on that task of one game at a time and just get ready for Charlotte and ignore the outside noise?
Like you said, this is just one game at a time. Most of the time, you don't really have too much time to read outside news. Me personally, I'm so concentrated on the next opponent that even to think about the following opponent is crazy because we have so many details and things we have to learn about the next team we play.
Well, Stephaun,
I guess it's focus.
Yeah, well, Stephaun, we appreciate you coming on today. Thanks so much. Great job out of you, and best of luck the rest of the season.
Thank you. Appreciate it.